My journey started out in a horrific way where I was dancing on bones. Like, all the people that I was with, we were like dancing on the bones and they were crushing underneath us. And I could just hear them crackling and breaking into pieces. And then we were burning the bones and we were taking the ash and just rubbing it all over ourselves. It felt horrible, but it was like, this is what we were doing.
Welcome to the Web of Life podcast. I am Quinn Red Mountain. Thank you so much for joining us. Today we will hear an offering of wisdom from one of our spirit bridges, Elisabeth. Elisabeth shared this journey in 2017 during a series I hosted called Restoring Your Animist Ancestry. Her vision contains challenging imagery and with a potent message at the end that can have deep meaning for each of us and all of us now in 2024 and beyond. As you listen, do your best to keep some awareness on the words being spoken and to allow the imagery to play out in your mind. You might even close your eyes if it is safe for you to do so at this time. Breathe through any parts that feel challenging or bring up deep feelings. The scene and sentiment described by Elisabeth has been within human culture since the beginning of human time. The sense of separation is one of our greatest challenges, and our ability to find commonality is one of our greatest gifts when we decide to use it. Notice how you feel in your body as certain words are spoken. Notice any thoughts or feelings that come up for you in response to the things being said and the imagery that is being illustrated here. Journeying is a powerful practice where the journeyer is receiving and interpreting or translating an abstract form of wisdom. This journey is offered in the spirit of gratitude, trust, and connection with all beings of the earth and beyond. You are invited to feel into the symbols presented, take whatever resonates with you, and leave the rest as it is. Blessings to you as we enter into this journey.
My journey started out in a horrific way where I was dancing on bones. Like, all the people that I was with, we were like dancing on the bones and they were crushing underneath us. And I could just hear them crackling and breaking into pieces. And then we were burning the bones and we were taking the ash and just rubbing it all over ourselves. It felt horrible, but it was like, this is what we were doing. And then we just kept saying, enemy of my enemies. And it was like it turned into a roar. It got louder and louder. And then we were sitting down and we were with our enemy. And we were discussing like how we could kill the enemy. And it was getting really worse and worse, like the ideas they were having. And I said, well, can't we just all come together and talk peacefully? And everyone was saying, no, you can never convince them. They'll never come to believe like we believe. And I said to our enemies, I mean, the ones that used to be our enemies, that were now the enemy of the enemies, I said, well, you came over, we're all working together against them. And then there was just this voice that said, you all have to have something in common that you're working to save or protect. And then it came to me, I was like, the river's driving up. And then it was like a light bulb went on for everyone and we all realized, oh yeah, the river. And then I said in the journey, well, what does this have to do with my life? And there was this voice that was saying, those that you have fallen out with, you have to have something in common with to have a peace between yourselves again, and all of you again. And I was like becoming frustrated and I was like, well, what? I can't think of anything. Why don't you give me a sign? Why can't you be clear about the signs? Why do you just send all these obscure dreams or messages that I can't figure out? And then it was back to like more bone dancing while I was like getting mad about that and frustrated. And then it shifted and I was sitting with that group and we were drinking tea, and we had one cup, and there was like a big pot of tea, but we were all drinking out of the same cup, and we were passing it around to each of us, and we were sharing the cup. And then it came to me, another voice was saying, even if they're your enemy, everyone is part of you. And those bones that you were dancing on that you thought were your enemies were your ancestors, and everything is a part of you. Everyone is a part of you. And when they said that, then it hit me of like what to do about people that I had fallen out with in my life. And so I went to their higher selves with the tea, a cup of tea, and I said, when I hurt you, I hurt myself. And I said that to each person. And I felt like there was like a clearing and an understanding within myself. I could feel their hurt and my hurt blending together. And that's how it ended.
Web of Life is an animist church located in Tucson, Arizona, which is O'odham and Pascuayaqui land, and shares digital space with people around the world. We strive to share our animist understanding with all earth-honoring peoples, and as members of this earth community of interwoven lives, we commit to contributing to the wellness of the whole, because we all belong. If you would like to journey on your own, you can find audio opportunities to do so at weboflifeanimist.com under Offerings. Live opportunities are also available. Check our website calendar of live events for details. Thank you for your time and attention, and we look forward to our next encounter together.